Hi, this is Lori from GLP-1 Journey in Review. Today, I'm doing a video in my interview series where we talk to people about their weight loss journey. Today, we have with us Himani, who also has a channel, and it will be linked down below in the comments. So, if you find any of this useful, it really helps us a lot if you hit that like button, subscribe button. Then, after this is over, go over to Himani's channel and do the same. We are trying to keep bringing you some really informative GLP-1 and weight loss information, and this really does help. I want to remind everybody that I am not a healthcare provider. My guest is not a healthcare provider. We're talking about what works for us. If you are planning a weight loss journey, I strongly suggest that you check with your healthcare provider. All that being said, Himani, why don't you tell us a little something about yourself?
Hi everyone, Namaste. I'm from India and I started my weight loss and wellness journey this year itself in July. Um, to give you a little brief, I my medical history. I have PCOS, and initially my plan was not to go on Mounjaro. I had actually consulted a gynecologist for basically planning a child, like for fertility. So uh, she recommended that because I am pre-diabetic and I have PCOS, I should first work on my weight loss and
Mm-hmm.
the markers. I should get them in control, and then go for the baby planning next year maybe. So I said, will 1 year be enough? Because I have a lot of weight to lose. I'm 5 feet 9 inches. It's more than an average height of a woman here in India. And I'm 34. So she recommended that it's fine, like the age and everything will not be an issue, but go to an endocrinologist. And like she referred me to the doctor. And he told me that, Mounjaro has been launched. It's a GLP-1 medication. It has been launched in India. And this year itself, I think in April, it was March, it was approved. In April, it was in the market. And I started it on July 1st itself. And I did a lot of digging and research. And then that is how I came across the GLP-1 community on YouTube. It was so amazing to meet and come across such people like Tuan, Joe. Joe was actually the first one to, interact with me on my channel.
Feels
So
great.
I am also at a professional front. I'm like a social media and content marketing manager. So the shorts that I do, the food shorts and all of this comes
Mm-hmm.
naturally to me. But long form and all of this, because I do it for brands, like I make content for different brands and different clients. It doesn't come naturally to me to make content for myself. You know how you don't apply the same advice you give others. So
Mm-hmm.
I started this channel, but I never planned to do long form or share my journey elaborately. I always thought I'll do the what I ate in a day shorts, and but I got so much attention from the crowd in India in my DMs, Instagram DMs, and emails,
Mm-hmm.
because people are actually healing in stealth. And this is why I have the mask on, because there is a lot of taboo around using weight loss medications. People still call it a shortcut. And it is something that I am hoping that changes in the future. But just because, first of all, I'm a female, then using this medication, and I am uploading things like, what I eat, people judge me for what I'm eating. They just tell me. Even the doctors are not very informed. Like, we have good healthcare here, but they're not very informed when it comes to the GLP-1 space or the obesity space or the diabetic space. There are good doctors maybe in tier one cities like the metro cities, that is Delhi,
Mm-hmm.
Bombay. But in my city, I went to a doctor, and he, like the first guy, endocrinologist I met, he just told me to stop eating. He said, "You have this, stop eating. You have to stop eating." And I said, "How?" Like, I do intermittent fasting. I do so many things. It's not that I have not tried all the kind of diets that are there. I have tried everything. I've done liquid fasting, everything, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
working for me. I definitely need help at the metabolic level, at the hormonal level. And he just told me that you need to stop eating. And that is why I decided that, even if I start sharing my journey, I will initially, at least till the time I don't feel comfortable, I'll have the mask on. And also, since I am a content creator, here in India as well, like the food and travel space. I didn't want people to judge me for my choices. Like I'm going out and I'm eating, and I'm talking about my
Mhm.
health journey on Mounjaro, and then I'm traveling and eating. If people really judge me for my choices, so I didn't want to. Only my family knows that I'm using this medication, and that is it. Like I have not told anyone. So this is my basic background, that why I started using Mounjaro, and it has really helped me. I am really happy to tell you that in the 4 months that I've used, 5 months rather, now I've completed 5 months, I've lost 50
Mhm.
pounds, and I'm
Wow, that's
really
great.
happy with my progress. So yeah.
So, like, is it that taboo there that you're kind of like in a stealth mode?
Yeah, I came up with the name Stealth Health India because I'm
Mhm.
healing undercover. There
Mhm.
are two, three creators, or maybe like people who are actually verbally vocalizing publicly in India. But apart from that, not many people are talking about it, publicly, because I have, in fact, an Instagram DM group of 20 women who are from India. And it's sort of an encouragement group, but they are not content creators, but they are using this
Mhm.
medication, and they want people to talk about it. They are, they're just looking for some support. And doctors do give you the support, nutritionists do give you the support when it comes to the technical knowledge, but the community support that like I get from you all, like in the GLP-1
Mhm.
space, they are not getting that in India. Like they are not connecting, because if they comment from their public channels, or they don't want anybody to find out basically
Right.
that they are using this medication. So when they message me also, they tell me that, please don't tell anyone that I messaged you. I said, I don't even know you. We are a population of billions in India. Like it's not possible for us to know each other, so randomly. And also I immediately add the girls to my group, so that they have support of each other. We discuss what we eat, how to go about the so we are a more vegetarian prominent country. Like we have more of veg choice people here, like people who prefer vegetarian
Mhm.
food, and to get our protein and the best possible nutrition from vegetarian food is a little bit difficult. So we talk about all of that. Like there are nutritionists, but they are not informed again in the GLP-1 space.
Mhm.
Like one of the girls, yeah, please ask.
Oh, is it more of a shame thing, or is there more to it than that?
Yeah, like they're like, you're fat, you need to eat less, stop eating. It is because you're eating a pizza, that's why you're fat. Or you go out and you don't make informed choices, you're not working out, that is why you're fat. So people also, there it is being misused here, like this medication. There is a lot of, like in the US, I think there is a lot of black marketing through TikTok. Here what people are doing is
Mhm.
they are getting it even over the counter. Like you just need one prescription, it can be from a GP or any other random doctor. What people are doing is they're even buying the pens randomly, even if it's
Mhm.
not being prescribed and they don't meet the criteria, just to lose the 5-10 fashion, like for aesthetic purposes, the 5-10 kilos that they need. Oh, I
Mhm.
have a wedding in September, I have a wedding in Feb, I need to lose so and so weight in 2 months to look good for the wedding. That is what people are doing, and it is really sad that this is happening. And I completely ignore, like I just don't talk to engage with those people, because then they want me to give them advice on what to eat, and I say I'm not a medical professional. And if the doctor has told you not to buy the medication, why are you looking for support, and why did you buy it in the first place? Or
Mhm.
the local pharmacist who's given you, he's also not doing right by you, because this medication is so strong. We only know, like the ones who are using, we know the side effects, we know how it is impacting our body, and how we have been disciplined since day one. We are it's like any other disease, and they think they're gonna like use it and then leave it. You can't just without a doctor's supervision, you can't just use this medication like that. Like it's really sad that it's happening here.
Well,
So it's more of a
that
shame, and
mhm.
they are like, they don't want to work out, they don't want to change a single thing about their lifestyle, and they want the shortcut or the weight loss. That is what is
Now
happening.
now that type of stuff is gonna happen no matter what. I mean, we
Yeah,
see that in America, we're seeing that in other countries. Uh, my thing with it, is there a shortage in India?
not at all.
Okay.
We actually, I think Eli Lilly's Mounjaro was the highest selling drug for us in last month,
Uh,
October. It
uh,
reached some 6 crores or sales or something.
okay, but
And
before I
the
get to my
pricing,
before I get to my point, let's go to pricing real quick in
yeah,
India.
so the pricing is pretty economical as compared to other countries. It
Mm-hmm.
is an expensive medication here compared to the other medicines that we get here. But overall, like if I see the pricing in US, UK, and
Mm-hmm.
other countries, Australia, the pricing here is pretty economical. I think the highest dose is about like 25,000 is the highest dose, and we get a discount on the like the retail price as well. So that is,
Do you know what that translates
I think
to
about
in
200, not even
okay,
$200,
okay.
because maybe 180 if I'm not wrong. Yeah.
And I know in the USA, 70% of people are either overweight or obese. I don't know how it is in India, what your stats are.
Yeah, so we are, I think, the third country highest rate of obesity,
Mm-hmm.
and diabetes is more prominent here than obesity. So, so this
Now getting
medication, yeah,
go ahead. Go
yeah.
ahead.
So this
Go ahead.
medication initially was launched at a different price. It was higher than this. It was about 250 to $300, if I have to say it in dollars.
Mm-hmm.
And now, after we have a GST cut happening, and we had it in September, that is like the sales tax cut, goods and services tax cut that we have. And they revised the prices after naming it, because it's a diabetes and it's an essential medicine. They reduced the prices.
Now getting back to the point of people that don't really need the medication, but just want to look really good for their wedding or whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
my opinion, and this is just my opinion, has changed on that. As long as there's not a shortage, as long as somebody, hopefully a healthcare provider, has prescribed it to them. Because, for example, my brother kind of does that when he has something coming up, and like, oh, let me use the medication, lose 10 pounds. And at first he was getting off of it. Now he stays on a low dose, but he definitely, as far as obesity, doesn't need to take the medication. And at first I was very against that. I'm like, you're abusing
Yeah.
it, that's not what it's for. But then as more and more stuff comes out, like how it helps with addiction, which while he's on it, he does not drink as much. It
Oh,
helps with heart disease, and heart disease runs in our family. It helps with liver disease. I don't know the shape of his liver personally. I mean, there's just so much more coming out. It helps, I believe it's somewhere between 10 and 15% less chance of getting Alzheimer's if you're on the
yes,
medication
yes.
regularly. Now that's still in a study, but those are the results so far. And the more I'm seeing things like that, I'm like, why not?
Right. And it's also helping breast cancer and like
Other
prevention of it.
cancers, yes. Uh-huh.
Like my PCOS has gotten better because I have the insulin
Correct.
resistant type PCOS and the inflammatory PCOS. I used to be inflamed, my fingers and feet, like whenever I walked even like 3, 4 miles, they used to be inflamed. I have vitamin D deficiency. That is one of the reasons. But then
Mm-hmm.
this medication has really helped with the inflammation, like the insulin resistance. And I'm seeing like better energy levels since day one. Like it was just amazing to see this result. But I am only bothered by people, not for like, if you want to use it short term, that I'm not against it, but you should have some medical support. Because what if
Right.
you can be one of those people who react badly to the medicine. Like we have cases abroad. This medicine is so new to India. If your doctor is not prescribed, if nobody, you don't have a valid prescription, you're getting it off the counter. Like I think somebody was mentioning in the UK also, you're getting Wegovy and Ozempic in Walmart or something. So that is in Mexico also. I think you're
Mm-hmm.
getting that on like in the shops. It's okay if you're doing that, but then you need to be prepared of, if something goes wrong, who will you contact? Because you don't have any support in terms of the doctors that are there. Like
Right.
I know women are using it for fertility, like it is helping people, women get pregnant and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Like the goals, if you have a clear goal in head and you have some medical support, please go ahead. Like if it's helping you, you're prepared. There are so many people who are actually well informed. But if you're just using it for aesthetic purposes, you should have some medical support, is what I feel.
Mhm.
Because I am not a medical professional, I'm not going to help you if you have some really bad stomach issue. She did not even get her labs done. She doesn't know if she has thyroid or any other underlying
Mhm.
condition that will react with the medicine. We don't know all of that. Only a doctor can advise on that, right? Like, I remember when I consulted the endo, he told me to get so and so particular markers, like the labs done, and then he prescribed based on the labs. One of my friends, she went and she was not prescribed it because she has very like acute thyroid. The doctor told her to first get those levels under control and then maybe consider going on this medication. So I feel there is a lot of misinformation, and still it's new in India, and people are not
Right.
taking it as they should. Like, that is what I feel.
Yeah, I don't know how it is in India, but here, I mean, there is definitely a problem between people and the relationships that they have with their healthcare provider. And I know in the US, it's because of reimbursements. Every year, the reimbursement gets a little bit less and less, and that's just the way
Yeah.
our insurance works. So, for example, for your doctor to make exactly what he made, let's say 3 years ago, he probably has to see 2 times the amount of patients. So, he may only have 5 minutes to spend with you. So it's not going to be as an in depth talk unless you, as the patient, initiate it. Because his idea is let's get the important stuff, move on. Patient has a question, well, then he's obligated or she's obligated to answer. So, it's kind of a broken system. It probably will take a long time to fix, but I think this is just my opinion, why a lot of people come to us as creators with these questions. Uh, and, if it's pretty simple, we could give our opinion. We tell people this is our opinion. This is what we think. You should check with your healthcare provider. Then it's up to them. But it could be really hard to check with your healthcare provider.
Yeah, in India, we don't have that problem. We have a doctor
Okay.
every nook and corner of the, like, if in my apartment also, there are five doctors. There are three gynacs and two endocrinologists, one GP. So we don't have a dearth of doctors here in India. There is a saying here that, every third door you knock, you might get a doctor or an engineer. So that is the two basic, I think, career lines that we are taught since the beginning, as children. But to get back to the topic, so this because it's so new, and I don't mind answering questions. Like I said, I made the group because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have that interaction. Even I was learned because my dietary and lifestyle things are different from people in the UK and US.
Mm-hmm.
We connect over that, like, what kind of foods staying in
Mm-hmm.
India, what is affordable, everything. We can more focus more on organic stuff, like the food habits, because we get a lot, like the grocery and everything is very economical here and very organic. Like, we don't have to spend a lot on packaged food, and it is very accessible here. But then with the access that is there, there are side effects. Like, I told you, the medicine is also very accessible, and I feel that there should be some kind of I, maybe regulations around it, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody is prescribing it left, right, and center. That's fine. It's a doctor prescribing it, and you are on it. It's helping you, great. But if it's not being prescribed, there should be some regulation. And because we have so many doctors, we have no issue whatsoever with that. Like, it should, like, I am so
Yeah.
pro split dosing and short dosing, micro dosing, and all of that. Like, I in fact tell people that, so because we are paying out of pocket, we don't have any insurance or anything here in India. We all are paying out of pocket. So because you're paying out of pocket, I tell them, because you have access to a 15 milligram pen right from your first dose, why not take that and take smaller doses from it? It will cost you cheaper. That is my way of helping them in terms of the
Mm-hmm.
pricing, in making it more affordable. And when the nutritionist tells them that, buy this, buy that, for the grocery, like they give like a 10,000 bill, maybe like 50 $100 of worth of grocery they're asking you to buy. We can't afford that, right? Because overall, we are already spending so much on the medication. So
Mm-hmm.
then I tell them to have, swaps, the healthy swaps or the cheaper swaps for the things that have been told to
Mm-hmm.
them, like what they want to eat. So this is how I help in. my friends, like my people here. And I wanted to, get out on YouTube and talk about it, because there are so many who are considering but are scared because there is a lot of controversy around Ozempic. I am very
Mhm.
pro the medicine. Like, I really want it to reach the maximum people who actually need it, who really want to lose weight and look their best. I think everybody deserves that. Like, we have so many things coming up. I love the technology advancements. I am
Mhm.
everything pro of that. So I want to reach, even if one person gets help. Like, why not? Like, I would love to.
Absolutely.
In fact, I have been randomly going into DMs of people here, the girls, basically the women here,
Mhm.
because it's easier to reach out to them, and they are the ones, like the ones who are following me but not contacted me. Like Instagram, you can see, right, your followers. So I go to the follower list, I check who are Indians, and I talk to them that, are you on Mounjaro? Do you need any help? Let me know. So they tell me, oh, I've just taken my first shot, and lost so and so weight, and they're sharing their wins, non-skill victories and victories. It's really nice, like the small community that I'm trying to build here. It's really nice.
That's great. Does your
Yeah.
country also have a Govi,
Yes,
or
we
do
see.
they call it Ozempic?
No, Ozempic recently got approved, but Wegovy
Mhm.
is there since I think August, around the same time as Mounjaro. Wegovy was
Okay.
also launched, but the Wegovy pricing is a lot more than Mounjaro, and Mounjaro is
Wow.
being prescribed. Yeah, Mounjaro is being prescribed left, right, and center. Wegovy, not even the doctors are preferring, because Mounjaro works better on our, somehow, the Indian continent bodies. I don't know, because I think we have some studies, and I don't know the details of it, but for Indians, the GLP-1 plus GIP, the Mounjaro medicine, is
Mhm.
working better for us in terms of the results. That is what they have seen, the doctors.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
have you noticed that the doctors are trying to educate themselves now because it's such a new medication?
Yep, yep. They are like, I'm in the middle of shifting my house, like we are shifting to a different city. So my
Mhm.
only concern was I should have some offline doctor as well. Like, I have right now, the doctor I consult is online, like a telehealth
Mhm.
sort of a thing. Like, he was my doctor offline, but he also offers online support. So I met him for the first consultation, and after that I have been meeting him online every 4 weeks, and like
Mhm.
through a video call, and we decide if I want to stay on the same dose, or if I want to move up, or if there is any other thing required. So touchwood, I've been blessed, and my doctor is very nice. His wife is also on Mounjaro, so he's pretty informed. And in fact, he tells me that you are also teaching me so many new things, that we have that conversation, and I'm so happy to have like that conversation around it, because it's very important to have a good healthcare provider. And I understand it's a problem outside, but touchwood, for me, like, I have not had that issue. So yeah, doctors. So in the new city, when I went, I consulted a doctor offline. He was so well informed, and he gave it to me straight, with everything, every data that he had, and whatever, like, he did not know. He told me that we don't have data for it, and I cannot tell you when you can go on maintenance and all of that. But right now, it's working very well for you, and you focus on nutrition, and like whatever you're doing is working for you. So continue that. And he kept me on the same dose. Like, he never asked me to move up a dose or anything else. Like, most of the people I know, they are, the doctors want them to titrate up every 4 weeks
Mhm.
or something. We don't have those kind of doctors here. Like, most of the doctors are good.
Oh, that's great. Do you guys use the quick pens?
Yes. I don't have it right now,
That
but
that's okay.
we have the quick pen, which
So you
goes
can
on a.
microdose and you could kind of change your dose a little bit if you needed to,
Yep.
because
So
in the U.S.
I
we don't have that unless
yes,
you're
I
on a
know.
compound.
Yeah, so I know, I think Tuan has her injection day on
Mhm.
Wednesday. So she takes it live. So I know she has like a single shot, 4 pens in a box. What we
Mhm.
have is a 4 dose single pen, like 4 doses, multi-use pen. And I, like, for me also, I am split, like, I am short dosing from it. I'm from the 15 milligram pen. I'm right now
Mhm.
on 10 milligram. So I'm taking 10 from a 15 pen.
Does India have the golden dose?
Yep, we do. We do.
Okay,
And
it's still going
I'm
on.
making the most of it. I'm making the most of it.
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Most people do.
Yeah.
I heard rumors that Eli Lilly, at least in the UK, is taking that away. I don't know if it's going to be a worldwide thing. I don't know if it's happened yet, but
Not yet. It is going to happen. That is what they're saying next year when the
Mhm.
pill pill gets launched. They will also change the pens to
Okay.
like instead of the zero point 0.6 ml per dose, they will do it zero point 0.4. So 2.4 ml pens instead of 2.6 or something.
Okay.
So the idea is to put in less liquid, maybe.
Did you have any side effects with the medication?
Yes. So in the first month, I was not very informed. I was still new to the space. Even though I did a lot of research, like 2, 3 weeks before I started, when I was prescribed, I took my time. I went on YouTube and Google and all of those. Like I read
Mhm.
everything, every article that I could, and I was prepared for the side effects. But then there are certain things when your body is different. Like every body is different, and sometimes you don't realize, okay, this is working for you and this is not working for you. I realized it on the go what works best for me in like my routine early in the morning, how I start my day, and what
Mhm.
is. I never used to like coffee, but now I'm like protein coffee this, protein coffee that. Like I'm getting protein in every possible way. I don't drink tea or coffee. Like before Mounjaro, I never had any coffee or tea, but now I'm like an avid coffee drinker. I love the taste of coffee, and I've heard otherwise for most people that they don't like coffee anymore. So it's a little different. But yes, for side effects, initially I used to have nausea and headache. That was pretty common,
Mhm.
and constipation, and then diarrhea. These were the main four symptoms I have had. Initially, I also had sulfur burps. So I think Delilah or somebody. I think
Mhm.
Delilah, she's also from the GLP-1 space.
Right.
In one of her lives, I was talking about how I've moved to, 5 mg from 2.5 and I'm having sulfur burps. So she was the one who told me that this is the only time, or somebody in the comment section, that this is the only time you double up in your dose. So, it takes time for your body to adjust. Like every
Mhm.
time you're moving 2.5 mg, but from 2.5 to 5, you're doubling up your dose.
Right.
So you will have side effects, and I didn't think of this. Like this is something you learn like when you talk to people who are already using the medication. And I keep mentioning it again and again that I'm so thankful that India had it last, because now I have like a documentary evidence on YouTube of so many people telling their side effects. So I'm prepared. Okay, this is also something that can happen. Hair loss can happen. All of this, I'm prepared for everything. But apart from that, I think a little bit of dry mouth whenever I titrate up, that happens. But then now I'm very particular about my hydration. I keep my cup here. I don't forget to hydrate, and that has been good. Like no other serious side effect that I had to take any other help out, like outside of Mounjaro.
In your country, once you reach your goal, I know this is so very new, so you might not even know yet, but are they planning maintenance on the medication, or is it you're
I
done,
have
you're
no
over?
clue. I have no
I'm sorry.
clue because my doctor
Okay.
told me the only one thing, that you should plan to stay on it long term. But because
Mhm.
like I want to plan a child maybe next year, he told me at least give it 1 year and then see for
Mhm.
yourself if you are ready. Like mentally, you should be ready, because this medication, because it helps you lose the weight, you might want to lose more, and then be your best version and then figure out the next steps, because we need to have a gap of 4 to 5 weeks before we can do anything. Like when I wean off the medicine. So the maintenance
Mhm.
plan is not yet in place because it's so new. It's been five
Mhm.
months for me of using it. But what I have heard, like the doctor told me, like 3, 4 years, 5 years at least, people stay on it, or like the small, like the lowest dose possible that works for you. That will be the maintenance plan if I don't,
Mhm.
plan a child, or if I don't plan to do that. Yeah.
Well, if
So
you have a
I,
child,
I
you could always go back on it after,
right.
X amount of
Yeah.
time after the child.
Right. I think when
So
you're best breastfeeding, you can't do that. And
right.
after that, you can go back on it, because it's more of like a need for me rather than for the weight loss, because my insulin resistance is working very well. Like it's so much in control, and the inflammation and the PCOS is so much in control with due to
Right.
this medication that I even asked him, the doctor, that because they don't have data for pregnant women, that is why the medicine is not
Mhm.
used for during pregnancy. Otherwise, they would have used it, because they do use insulin for diabetic women, right? Like people who are pregnant, if they have diabetes, insulin is being used. So I might have to go on that level, even though I don't have diabetes. I was pre-diabetic before I started Mounjaro, but now the levels and markers are under control. Like I get my labs done every 3 4 months because I specifically wanted to know that what changes are being made to my
Mhm.
body after I started the medicine. So I think with my HbA1c was 5.9 when I started, and now it's 5.1, 5.2 after
Did
5
you have
years.
any other problems like high blood pressure or high cholesterol, anything like that?
Yes, so I'm on a like statin, like the the
Mhm.
medicine for cholesterol. I'm on the lowest dose, but I think I will be off that also maybe in the next 2 months, because my
Mhm.
doctor said that the levels are quite under control. The triglycerides take a bit of more time to come down, but
Mhm.
cholesterol has come down. And I had very high cholesterol, and I have a history because my father and mother both have high blood pressure, and my father has diabetes. Like he's on metformin. I in fact told
Mhm.
him that Mounjaro is so much better. Like he's not into injections, and he doesn't want to take the needle. And he said if the pill gets launched, maybe I'll have that. But for
Yeah,
now, I'm happy with
just
the
gonna mention
medicine.
that.
Yeah,
There's
like
hope for first
yeah.
quarter of next year.
Yep, yep, yep. That is what we also feel, that the pill will make it very easier for people like my father who don't want syringes. Like he has such a busy routine, and he doesn't, like, he's a lawyer and he has cases across India. Like, so he cannot manage the medication every week, and it's just inconvenient. And not just that, he just don't doesn't want to do that. Metformin is working well for him, but I told him how much better this medication is,
Mhm.
and he's seeing my results, like he's seeing me, the energy levels and everything. So I told him, when the pill gets launched, you will be the first one I'll notify, because you definitely need to talk to your doctor and maybe get on it,
Does he
because
have
it
a
is
weight
really.
problem also?
No, he lost all the weight. Like I think he had basically a belly that we have in diabetes, like because he
Mhm.
gained weight on the belly. But once he started metformin, that went away. So the weight has not happened. Plus, he's a ex-military, like he's a veteran. So he
Mhm.
like he's been fit all his life. He just gained when the diabetes levels, the HbA1c had increased.
Mhm.
He gained it on his belly, but then now like it's perfectly fine. Like he's very fit, touch wood. And he's going rocking the 60s age.
So how long or would you guesstimate that in your country it won't be so taboo talking about this kind of stuff?
Uh, I don't know, because Ozempic is really, I don't want to use the word, but screwed us over. That the
Mhm.
celebrities have used Ozempic or
Mhm.
Mounjaro. I don't know, like because of them, the talk around it is, oh, you have Ozempic face, you will get this, you will get that. Oh my God, she's using. Like even for fat burners, people talk about in such a taboo. Like I remember, when initially in my 20s, I used to go to a gym, and my trainer there said, recommended that I take a fat burner to lose the weight. I said, will it be like a temporary thing, and will it have any side effects? Fat burners are not to be prescribed like this, like randomly, because I don't know how it will react to my body. But the other people who are around me, they started saying, oh, don't take a fat burner. People will, talk about it. So when they're talking about fat burners like this or supplements like this, imagine what they will talk about. They even talk about people who take like protein supplements. That's artificial nutrition. So I want that conversation not to impact me, like mentally. Maybe I'm not ready to handle all of that, because
Mhm.
I'm focusing on my health and healing, and I want to share my journey, but not at the cost of my mental sanity. Like maybe, and I'm having very good response so far. Like people understand why I'm in stealth and why I'm in
Mhm.
mask, why I'm not revealing my identity. Also, not just that, like I connect to so many people like Joe, Harjareen, and Jen. Like these are my
Mhm.
like, friends. People are very like, I think it's happening across the world that racism and all of these things are coming up. People are actually
Unfortunately.
appreciate, unfortunately, and I'm so happy that people in India who join my life, they're like, you are making maybe India proud by not impact, like getting impacted by the cultural differences and the racism. In fact, they appreciate me for connecting cross border and making difficult conversations happen. Like with our behind the scenes, what we are trying to do is making different difficult conversations, make talking about things that need to be talked about. Like I think it's very important for us to talk about these things, and for that conversations to come to India. Like, we need to be informed, and if I can help with that, why not?
Now, I don't know if this helps your country or hurts it, but people like Serena Williams, world class tennis player who you obviously can't say work a little bit harder, and I'm sure has dietitians and chefs and stuff to help her create her meals. And after childbirth, still couldn't lose the weight. And you also have people like I think his name is Andy. I forget his last name, but he was just on our American version of Dancing with the
Yep.
Stars,
Yep.
and he was saying that with the help of the GLP-1 and the working out from the dancing, he's lost a ton of weight. These kind of stories, I don't know if they help your country or hurt your country.
I think they definitely help, because people don't know about it. Like, Munjaro is the word which is not very familiar with people. Ozempic still is, because of the celebrities, because of the West, because the people are saying that it impacts the face, and all the negative chatter around it is more prominent than the positive ones. So, even if I tell somebody, that I'm on Munjaro, they wouldn't know what Munjaro is. So first I need to tell them what Munjaro is. That is not the first line of thinking that people are, like, the first line of solution that people are thinking of when they're losing the weight. Nobody in my circle, like, people know that I'm losing the weight, they are not thinking that, oh, she's using a fat loss injection or something, because that is not something that comes to the mind of people, at least here in India, mainly because it's new. Maybe by next year or 2 years down the line, people will start asking those questions that, oh, did you use that medication to lose the weight? Because right now, everybody knows that Ozempic is not available in the market. It
Mm-hmm.
just got approved. So the news is that Ozempic is improved, but Mounjaro, and there are a few doctors who are using it and talking about it online. There is a lot of medical fraternity talking about Mounjaro, but it's still, people in the comment section, oh, have your food, balance your meals, work out, you lose the weight. As the narrative is across, I think, all countries, the people who are not pro this medication, they will say all of this, right? So that is more in India than any other country right now. I hope more and more people get more informed. They watch YouTube, they see people changing and transforming their lives, and actually, it's helping so many people. And it changes maybe in the 2 3 years. But if celebrities like Serena Williams uses, even my husband asked me, "Oh, she's an athlete. Why would she need, this medication?" I had to tell my husband also, and he asked like a very innocent person, like he did not have it in a judgmental way or anything, but he asked me in a very curious way that why would an athlete like her who's so active
Mm-hmm.
need a medication like this. So I told him that she's a woman, she has so many issues, she has talked about it, go watch her complete account, not just the headline. And
Mm-hmm.
this medication is, and now he's seeing my energy levels, he's seeing my day to day activities. When the food noise is so mute, I'm not obsessing over what I'm going to eat next, and my mood is not related to food. And there are so many things, like, it's made my marriage also so much better, relationship with him so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, people don't talk more about it, like much about it, because I don't know why, but they should. How it's improving my relationships with my friends, with my family, because I am more confident and happy in myself. I'm feeling more myself, like the older version, maybe the better version, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
I should say. That I am more, I'm more active and actively present for other people now, and that is the best gift I feel. Like, money that I'm spending on it, it's totally worth the results that I'm getting. So there is so much curiosity. Like, my mom, she's in her menopause age, like she's going through it all.
Mm-hmm.
I told her to go consult an endocrinologist because she's having the same symptoms like I do, because same genes, same genetics. And I understand that this is inconvenient for her to take an injection, but I am talking about it with her, and this is so like a nice conversation also, and information that I am able to share with my people, and it's helping me heal
Mm-hmm.
better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the
Yeah.
way I look at it, if I could just help one or two people on my channel, this is all worth it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That is what we are trying
that's
to do, right, Laurie? Like, I
absolutely.
absolutely love this community. Like, they have been so welcoming. Like, there will be problems everywhere, there will be haters
Mhm.
everywhere. But I like to focus on the good. I've made so many nice friends, sisters, like I call them. And, even the men in India are reaching out to me that, you're motivating us to do more. Like, I talk about how I've started, lifting weights, and I would have never
Mhm.
read labels or nutritional information behind packets, and now I'm focusing on that. So even if I'm in stealth, they are, they call me, so we call Didi in Hindi, that is big sister. So they are telling me, Didi, you are motivating us. Didi, you are doing this. Thank you, Didi. Like, it is such a nice way of, I don't know, like, it's the whole chatter around it. Touchwood, I have not had any bad troll or any hater
Mhm.
come to me since I have been on this journey. And I think this is working for me, because if I maybe like, remove the mask and talk about it, because I'm a content creator and a public figure here, maybe, it will correlate. Though you used to put out food content, you go to restaurants to review their food, you're eating so much, you're eating 10,000 calories, and they are just assuming everything. When we go to restaurant tastings or food reviews, restaurant reviews, I don't eat the whole restaurant menu.
Right.
We are just tasting. But who will make them understand? And I'm not here to educate them on this. What I'll do, whatever the best I can, I'll share my honest journey, I'll keep it as real as possible. And I till the time I feel comfortable, maybe if I get monetized, I'll remove the mask. That, hello, I'm earning money out of this, and maybe, this is something I want to do, like, full time. So let's see. I hope for the
Yeah.
best. I look at it
Absolutely.
in a very
Wait and see.
positive light. Yeah, let's see. Maybe, if guys, if you're watching, if you help me get monetized, maybe I'll remove the mask, reveal my face. I want to. In
So with
fact,
that, remember all of Himani's information in the description. Click it, join, like, comment. It all helps. It helps the algorithm spread out the information to more people, more viewers. Uh,
yeah,
let's get back to food noise.
yeah.
Did you know what food noise was before the medication? I know I didn't until it was gone.
I didn't know what normal people, like. I always used to feel that, my portions are more than normal people. Like, I need more food than maybe normal people. I used to feel that maybe because, I'm very active, like, since my childhood. I used to play basketball. I'm into swimming, dancing. All of this had taken a backseat in COVID because we were all at home,
Hmm.
and I gained all the weight basically in COVID. And COVID, I don't know if it was the vaccine, or if it was COVID per se. I had a case of long COVID wherein my tests were negative, but I was impacted by COVID, and it gave me a condition called deep vein thrombosis. Now I know it's a
Hmm.
very technical information, but basically you get blood clots either in your thighs or your brain. So I got a blood clot in my brain, and it gave me multiple seizures one night. I don't have any history of epilepsy or any other issue. Before that, I did not have any other issue. It triggered my PCOS. It triggered. I did not have PCOS before. Like, I did not have any other symptoms. Because of that one incident, I was almost in the hospital for 2 months, if I'm not wrong, and almost, like, if I did not make it, like, I had blood transfusion done and all of that. It's a lot of information, but
Hmm.
basically, the COVID really messed with so many people. But with me,
You're lucky
this is what
it
it.
didn't go to your lung.
Sorry.
You're lucky the blood clot didn't go to your lung.
Oh, I'm so thankful. And it was a very light blood clot that it dissolved, or in 6 months or something. Like, it took only 6 months. I was on very heavy medication,
Hmm.
which was basically which made me sleep most of the day, and I was bedridden for 6 to 8 months, I think. And that is where, I just left everything, and, the motivation to do anything, because I was just not interested to do anything. And this happened in 2022. So I tried to lose the weight in 23. I lost like about maybe 20 pounds, 25 pounds. And then it was gained back and more. Like, because I did not know I have PCOS, my cycles are regular. I did not have any other symptom that, generally PCOS related. I did not know anything about insulin resistance and inflammation. I only knew that vitamin D is something that I'm deficient in. I used to do the course, and I used to be fine for a while, of like the vitamin D medication I used to take. I used to be fine for a while, but then it did not have any solid impact on my, like a major impact on my health, and it was
Mhm.
just deteriorating. And that is why, when we started planning that, you're okay, if I'm 34, if we want to plan a baby or anything else, I should at least talk to somebody, get back into the doctor zone. So I hated doctors, because not hated, I would say I just disliked going to the doctors, because I had such a major incident. When you're in the hospital for 2 months, you're on your uh almost like deathbed, and you're like, I'm done with life. And then going back into the same zone of consulting doctors, it was a little scary, and it made me anxious. But my husband, really, touch wood, he's my biggest supporter. He really helped me with the whole process. I think you
Mhm.
should have at least one person who pushes you through and keeps you like motivated on days when you're not active. And he told me to go. So food noise and all of this never came to my head. Like when the first week, when I lost 8 to 9, I think 9 pounds in my first week, mainly because I was not eating the way I was eating before. Like I was not interested in eating the food that I was eating before. Like I loved burgers and pizzas and pastas, and I cook a lot of food at home also. But then the quantity of it all just changed since day one. And also, I did my research that I need to prioritize my protein and fiber. So I made sure that I'm not compromising on that. Like I had got disciplined since day one. But food noise or all of this was very alien concept to me. Like I didn't know. In fact, when we ordered like takeaway from restaurants, I used to feel that before Munjaro, I used to feel, oh, this is too less for me. Like one meal is very less for me. Like a bento box is very less for me. And now I'm like, this is how normal people eat. Like I used to judge people, low key, that they eat half their portions in the restaurant and they take it away, like pack it and take it home.
Mhm.
And now I do that. I'm that person. I eat half my portion and I'm so full that I tell the person that please pack it for me because I can't have it anymore. And this is how normal people live, and it's so surprising and fascinating. It is completely new to me.
Does food taste the same as it did before the medication? Do you
No.
like? I know for me, like sweet and tart things together. Like I used to love that, and now it's like, oh, no, I can't do that.
So I don't have a sweet tooth. Even before Manjaro, I did not have. I never had problems with sweets, and that is what doctors were very confused by. That how did I gain so much weight? Like when I started, I was at 338.4 pounds,
Hmm.
and even if I'm a tall person, that's a lot of weight. Like my ideal weight should be under 200, 199, 200 pounds, right? So they were very curious to know what I eat because, of course, food has contributed to the weight. And then when I now account back, there were a lot of empty calories, like binging and snacking and these beverages. I don't like sweets, but I used to drink a lot of sweet milkshakes and sweet drinks, basically carbonated drinks. And I loved my Coke. I love my Pepsi. So I did not realize that okay, I'm going to the movies. There was no routine or any decorum to what I'm eating. So if I'm going to the movies at 2 a.m. in the night, I'm having my popcorn and hot dog and Coke, and I'm enjoying, and I'm then saying, oh, I did not have dinner. That was my snack. I did not have dinner that day. So it was very different for my, I think, psychology to understand that there were a lot of empty
Hmm.
calories and there were a lot of snacking that was happening. That calories were dense and the calories were so much more than I required for my day. Yeah. So all of this, and food does not taste the same. I tried eating bread again. I just don't like it anymore. Like I used to love bread. I love bread, but I still want to love bread, but somehow it doesn't taste like anything, like pizza or any other dish you give me. Like my burgers were my favorite. You give me a burger right now, I might not even eat a bite, and like just it'll just stay there. I'll forget about it. Like it's like that now. Although I want to enjoy it, but it's not the same for sure.
What does a day of food look like for you?
So it's more or less similar every day. I don't change it up much. I start my day with having my collagen and fiber and all electrolytes concoction water. Then in the morning for breakfast, I usually have eggs and nuts and cheese platter, sort of a board, like to make me,
Mhm.
just get in the protein. So eggs, pistachios or almonds or walnuts, and along with some cheese, feta or like some low fat cheese. And then in the evening, I have my coffee, protein coffee. And for dinner, because my husband has a office job and I work from home, so that is the only meal that we have together. So I make sure that the major meal that I'm having is with him. So we have early dinner about 7:30, and that is when I have maybe chicken or rice, like chicken with rice or some salad, something protein related, and my basic normal Indian food. Like we have curries, and I
Mhm.
try and talk about it a lot here on my channel. But I make a lot of Indian food at home. So whatever Indian food I make at home, apart from that, like I add a little bit of portion of protein to get in my like daily intake, right.
Have you altered the recipes at all to make it a little more healthy or
Yes, yes. So the butter chicken is not buttery anymore. The lentils that I make initially, if I added cream in it, like we have a lot of curries that involve like heavy cream and
Mhm.
butter. I have cut down on that. I'm only using avocado oil and olive oil, and I and also ghee. Like we have clarified butter. Ghee is very good for health,
Mhm.
so I use a little bit of that. And before also, I never added a lot of butter or ghee to my food, but then my portions, like I'm saying, I never measured 100 grams of rice or 200 grams of rice. I never knew I'm supposed to have so many calories, and that TDE calculator and all of this I came to know when I started using Mounjaro. Like I never focused on nutrition, to be very honest. Like I don't think in my life I would have read packets, like I said, like chips. And I loved chips before. Now I'm having protein nachos and protein
Mhm.
snacks. I've swapped my chocolates. If at all I have a chocolate, I have like a protein bar which is in chocolate, and all of these
Right.
swaps I have made. So my daily intake might not be very similar to somebody who eats like Indian food. Like in India, people eat for breakfast, they have parathas, that is flat bread. They have like potato stuffed flatbread, that's called aloo paratha. So all of this, obviously, I have stopped eating. If I have to stuff my flatbread, I stuff it with tofu or paneer, that is the cottage cheese in India. So I'm making sure that protein is a major element and fiber is a major element in all the meals that I'm having. When I'm going out, also, I never bothered about, when I'm vacationing. I don't like calories don't matter, vacation calories don't count. All of this used to happen before, but now I make sure that I take in my protein supplements with me. I take my
Mhm.
collagen and supplement. Like it's so easy to carry the sachets, the protein sachets. I carry them everywhere I go. I travel a lot for work and otherwise, so I carry everything. I carry this tumbler. I carry my sachets. I make sure that my nutrition is taken care of. And uh, luckily for us, we also have a lot of restaurants and lot of cloud kitchens that are providing health food. So we
Mhm.
have these bento boxes which has like very good macros counted, like 200 grams of chicken breast, 100 grams of rice with veggies. So they are actually giving us the macros, and it's nothing but the health food that we get at home. So if somebody wants to actually get healthy and eat healthy, it's very accessible to us and very economical. Like if it's costing me, the difference might be hardly $2, if I would say, or maybe $1 if I make it at home. So that is so convenient. Like even if I'm traveling, I can order that food. Like, and because of me, my husband's nutrition is also taken care of.
Mhm.
Like he's reaping the benefits of my research. He doesn't have to do any research. He comes back from office. I give him his protein shake. He like the way he likes it. And I make sure that his nutrition is also on point. So this is also, like I told you, it's improving my relationship as well.
Now, I don't know how it is in your country, but come December in the USA, it's like party season for Christmas and other holidays that are there. Do you have that in India? Does that worry you going to all these? Suppose most of them are food oriented type of parties.
So we have Diwali. Diwali happens in October,
Okay.
November. So we've already had that. And
Okay.
since I stay away
How'd you handle
from,
it?
I did not eat the sweets. I don't have a sweet tooth. And
Mm-hmm.
we also have a lot of alternatives to sweets. Like we have dates, date bites, and
Mm-hmm.
snacks which are sugar-free ice cream, sugar-free snacks. So I made sure if I'm giving somebody sweets, it was sugar-free. or even or healthy, like the honey based or dates based, or I made sure I did not have anything that is, going to hamper my uh, uh, journey and my weight loss. Mainly because I have a target in mind that next year I want to go on maintenance, and then maybe, plan a child. I have a very fixed target. Otherwise, because it's a lifestyle reset, I wouldn't recommend anybody changing too much about their diet, because
Mm-hmm.
I feel that, if you change too much and then you wean off this medication, you will have the cravings back. You will want to eat everything back. I eat everything in moderation once in a while. Like if I'm going out, I'm saying I'm strict, but then doesn't mean that I'm not, having a slice of that pizza that I used to have. I want my
Mm-hmm.
body to be used to all the kinds of foods that I was having. So even when we had these festivals, it's not that I did not take a bite of my husband's, pastry or his sweets. Like I did that, but then that was not a major part of my day, and my calorie deficit for the week was maintained because I did a detox the next day. I made sure, my calories were a little lesser the next day. And it's not
Mm-hmm.
a month long festival; it's about 3-4 days that we have those celebrations, and that is already done. So I'm good that way. I don't have to worry too much about it.
Do you track your food at all?
Yep, I measure everything. And now that I measure, because I measured it for 3-4 months, now I exactly know, how much I have to
Right.
pour, and how much, one bowl of rice is, and all of that. It's pretty obvious now. But yes, I initially I used to, like, on the scale measure everything, like 200 milliliters of water or 200 milliliters of milk or anything. I do track my food because my doctor told me that I have to be in a deficit, and that is the only way that, this medication will help me. Because if I keep continuing with the portions that I was having, even though I'm not having those portions, there's a, I don't know if you, like, we've talked about it before, like if anybody has talked about it, at least I've not heard this, that since your food noise is not there, you don't know when to eat and how much to eat. You There is a tendency you can eat more also. Like I remember I was on 5 milligram, and even though I was not hungry, but I could eat a lot. Like I ate a lot during that 5 mg dose. Like it was not normal. And I think I was speaking to, I think, Joe, that,
Mm-hmm.
because our food noise is not there, we don't realize it, but we might eat a lot in one meal itself. Like because I'm not realizing I'm not hungry, so there is no feeling of food. But you can overeat. That can also lift to a flip side. Can be that you can overeat, and I have done that on 5 milligram. Like it was very normal for me, like to
Doesn't
do that.
feel very good after the.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It was really bad. It was really bad, and I've learned my lesson. But
Done
as
that.
I done that. And I remember I went to some, I think, I love hot dogs. So my husband makes sure that, he gives me, like, I have a hot dog when we go to the movies. So I love the theater hot dogs. I don't know, there is some thing that I have about theater hot dogs. So he got me two of them, that, you usually take two hot dogs, you eat, that is your dinner, right? I couldn't even finish one, like after started, like when I started this medication, like even a month in, I could not finish it. And then now I feel like, this is what was wrong with me, that, I was having so many things. Like I have PCOS, so doctor told me to stay, like restrict my dairy and gluten because it impacts the insulin resistance. And this is something I never bothered. Like dairy and gluten is something I've grown up with, like in my, like in our day-to-day household, like daily food. Dairy and gluten, like wheat, is very prominent in India. Like we have it almost in almost every meal. Chapatis or rotis that we call, we have it in every meal. So something I've grown up with is not good for me. How would I know? Like till that somebody,
Mm-hmm.
like an expert, can tell me. How would I know that? So that is all. This
Right.
new information was like I was enlightened when I like started this journey.
Now, do you weigh yourself once a week, daily, like twice a week? How do you handle that?
I
I'm a
weigh
daily
myself.
weigher.
I weigh myself weekly. I used to weigh daily for the 3 months, I think, starting in the starting. But then it was
Mm-hmm.
not sustainable because I travel a lot. Like I told you, I travel a lot for work and otherwise also. Plus, I think I got so occupied with the work and the community, and I had so many things to look forward to, that I started forgetting to weigh myself daily. It's not that I was obsessing over it before, and
Mm-hmm.
even today, like sometimes when I eat out, no, I go come back and I weigh myself, and then in the morning I weigh myself again. Like especially when I go out
Mhm.
to just to track, how much food is impacting and what kind of foods are impacting my weight loss. Even if it's a gain, I take it because
Absolutely.
now I've
Could be
understood the.
salts.
Sorry.
It could be salts in there. It could be a
Yes.
lot of things.
Exactly. And also, like our cycles, like as women, my cycles, whenever I have my period week, I gain at least some grams, like some,
Mhm.
point, even if it's a 1 pound, I definitely gain some in my period week. So even though I don't have cravings, but I know I'm eating the same food that I'm eating almost every day, but I still gain. And I'm not worried about it because I'm now looking
Mhm.
beyond the scale. Like I think we've talked about it in our, like my channel, I talk about it a lot.
Mhm.
I was very obsessive. I want to be well from within. Like I don't want to just fix the numbers, the weight in numbers, but also my information and my energy. Like I'm a very social person, and I had stopped doing that. I had cancelled so many trips because of this, my weight and just not being interested. And this is because
Mhm.
my food noise is mute. I can actually focus on other things because my markers are getting controlled and my energy levels are back. I can actually talk, like go out and attend those weddings that I have like thought not thought about. I can go for the trips that I was delaying because oh, I want to fit into that dress. Only then will I go for that particular event. All of that has taken a little bit of a backseat. I do reward myself whenever I lose. Like I have made myself like kg. We track our weight in kgs here, so kilograms. So I told my husband every 10 kilograms I lose, you have to gift me something. So that is how I am keeping it fun. So since now I've lost
Absolutely.
20, yeah, so almost 25 kgs in. So now I'm looking at 30 kgs marker, and now I'm telling him to take me for a trip. He was asking me that you're about to reach your 30 kg mark. What will you want? Like, what do you want? And even my mother-in-law, like she doesn't know that I'm on this medication, but then she knows I'm on this weight loss journey. Like I'm trying to lose the
Mhm.
weight. So she told me that okay, 10 kgs you lose, I'll gift you a bag, because that is her way of showing me the love. She told me I'll give you the bag that you want. So I think last month she visited us and she got me like a black bag that I was wanting for a long time, and she got it for me. She said, because you've lost the weight, you deserve it. So that is
Do you
very
think
sweet.
that she's going to get upset if she learns that you've been taking a medication and might think that is cheating?
No, honestly, I've been blessed with very I would say aware set of parents, both sides. My father-in-law also, like he's a diabetic. He's a very severe type 2 diabetic, and he takes very like strong medications for it. And they have struggled with health all their life.
Mhm.
My mother also has some skin conditions, so mother-in-law. So she also, like, they are very pro doctors and very pro medication when it comes to actual health problems. So I told her indirectly that I went to the doctor and she has prescribed me some supplements and medications, and I am on that. And I'm also, she's told me to be in a calorie deficit. I've consulted a
Mhm.
nutritionist. She just told me one thing, and I'm so happy that she told me this. And it's very good for my mental health, even if it was
Mhm.
a different thing. Like if it was a negative thing, I would have maybe felt bad. But it was so nice that she told me that whatever the doctor is telling you, just don't apply your brain, just do whatever he's saying or she's saying. Just do what the doctor has prescribed, and you will lose the weight, you will do well. Like she has not even once asked me how much have you lost. She doesn't ask me my numbers. When she looks at me, like video call on, she stays in a different city, so when she does a video call, she tells me, "Oh, you've lost the weight for sure because your face is looking slimmer. You're looking brighter." And like when we had Diwali, uh, she we had a video call with her. She really liked how my attire was looking, and all of those things. We
Mhm.
bonding better. That's why I say my relationships are so much better since I've started this medication. Not just because I'm losing weight, but I'm dressing up. I'm more actively present for the people around me. So that is
And
something.
I apologize for keeping you later, but it's your fault because you're so interesting. So I'm still going to ask you questions.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure, sure.
uh,
All yes.
so, like, have you had any non-scale victories that you've celebrated?
Yes, so the first non-skill victory was in the first month itself. I used to need belt extenders in
Mhm,
aeroplanes, and that was the first, like, because I lost about uh, 20 pounds in my first 2 months only, because it's pounds, so I have to,
mhm,
think because I track in kilograms. I think 20-25 pounds I lost in the first 2 months. And because of that, my belt extender things and all of that I did not need. So that was the biggest non-skill victory for me. And I'm fitting better into my own clothes that I had. That is because I got married in 2020, so the clothes that I bought and the clothes that I got stitched and designed specifically, for post, like the wedding stuff, I could not wear it because I gained all the weight, and now I'm fitting back into those clothes, and they're like
mhm,
brand new, like with the tags on, and I'm so happy about that. Third is the biggest non-skill victory is that are my relationships with people around me, like my husband, my family, everybody, and also the respect that kind of they are giving me, because now like I never imagined my father asking me for advice on protein and nutrition and all of that. Like he is someone I look up to. My father-in-law, my father, they come up to me, that ask me that what are you doing for nutrition. Like, I've seen you being very disciplined. How are you handling all of that? Because we can't control our food like habits, eating habits. How are you doing that? So I it's so nice, and this is like, these are the non-skill victories like I look forward to. And
mhm,
like the wedding, attending the weddings, going for trips, like we have 2-3 trips planned, and I absolutely like, I'm loving the fact that I can actually say yes to them and not feel bad. Okay, I'm not, healthy,
awesome.
or yeah.
Now, it's probably too new in your journey, but have you had any plateaus?
No,
Okay.
I have been, I
Because it
think,
is possible. It's fairly new. People usually don't get them to like, 8 months or so, 8, 9 months. Um, so,
yeah, so I think somebody was, I don't know about these terms, but there are slow responders and hyper
right.
responders and super
Mm-hmm.
responders. I have been, maybe because I have so much weight to lose, I have been a very like hyper responder, if you could say. I'm
Mm-hmm.
averaging about 10-12 pounds per month. That is 5 kgs per
That's
month.
excellent. That's very
Yeah.
high.
Because I'll tell you, Glory, I was 338 pounds. Now I'm at under 200 pounds. But if I am talking about my previous, I think Keely, from my Mounjaro journey,
Mm-hmm.
my
Mm-hmm.
journey with Mounjaro, she was mentioning, she's also a tall girl like me. She was also up almost 300 pounds. She was talking about her food log. I related so much with her that, we used to have 6 to 8,000 calories maybe per day, maybe 4,000. And I have a very sedentary lifestyle because I work from home. There is no activity involved. If I don't like get up, I don't have to. Like, I don't have to get up and go to meetings. I don't have to go and meet people offline. Everything is online. So if I don't make the effort, I'm eating the calories. I'm already having PCOS and insulin resistance. I'm eating the breads, I'm eating the gluten, I'm taking the dairy. I did not know all of this, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the eating habits have changed, and plus the calorie deficit is very big. Like, it's not recommended. Please talk to your doctor before deciding your deficit. And every body has a different deficit and whatever.
Right.
So for me, my doctor told me 1400 calorie, 1500 calories is what you should target, and that is like not even one third of my calories that I used to have.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, if my maintenance calories are 3000 and I'm having 1500, I'm cutting it by half, not by 500.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I will lose 1 to 2 kilos per week, and that is my average. Like, that is why I'm averaging the weight I'm averaging, and consistently I'm losing 4 to 5 kilos per month. That is
Mm-hmm.
about 10 to 12
Right.
pounds per month, and that is the reason. Like, it's a science behind it. It's not just that the medicine is working. I'm making it work by maintaining my calorie deficit. Even when I'm traveling, I'm getting in the activity, but I'm also making sure that the calorie deficit throughout the week does not, go beyond the
Mm-hmm.
calories that I'm taking. And I have gained in between, but because I go back again into discipline, it's not
Right.
impacted the overall journey. And I genuinely want people, like, there are like I told you in my group, people discuss. There is a girl who is on 5 milligram and has not even lost a single gram, like a single pound, since 8 weeks she's on this medication, and now she's titrating up to 7.5, because some people don't respond initially to the lower doses. So it's, I know it's very new in India, but people, I am seeing my own group, like they compare their journeys. It's so sad that they tell me, oh, you lost so much in the first month. I asked them, do you have made it, like, have you made any changes in your lifestyle and diet? Have you got your nutrition plan in place? They have not changed a single thing about their diet and lifestyle, and then they expect results. I had them that, okay, you have PCOS, go for plant based protein, don't go for whey protein. I can help you with all of this, but talk to a nutritionist if you need help with
Mm-hmm.
food. Like, I cook my own food, so I know what is going on, like what is going in the food. If you don't cook, if you are a working person, if you're a student, there are doctors in my group who are MBBS qualified, like they're medical graduates who have just gotten out of college. There are two of them. They themselves don't know, like they're doctors, but they don't know how to handle the nutrition and how to go about the medication. Whenever I lose the weight and I put out my update, they're like, what are you eating? I said, I'm putting out what I'm eating, I'm putting the shots. Some people are saying, oh, I don't have this much appetite, you are eating too much. I said, don't eat so much. Then, like, decide your own goals, decide your own
Mm-hmm.
portions. This is what was working for me. It might not work for you. Like, you have to talk to a nutritionist, or you have to figure out your own body, like what your body requires. So that is the reason, like, it's not just that it's a magic tool, and people want that shortcut to work like that, like a magic Wingardium Leviosa, or like I keep saying, it's not a Harry Potter fix that you can get. It's not a magic fix. You have to make it work by putting in the work. Like, you can't
Right.
go back to your old ways. And it's not just about food. Like, if you don't you will have a lot of muscle loss if you don't work out, like if you don't get in the activity.
Right.
Some people lose rapidly and they lose a lot of muscle with this. So I am taking care of my health, and I'm spending a lot of money on it also. Like, collagen and all these supplements cost so much. I'm researching, I'm doing my research, and I can help people. But this is what bothers me, that people need to understand their body. Like, I am trying also, I'm also learning, I'm also putting in the 3-4 hours of research that I am doing online, that what works best for me. I've consulted nutritionists, but because this is such a new medication, not everybody is aware of what uh, foods that we can have according to our Indian diet also. In fact, I was considering doing some specialization. Maybe when I lose the weight, I can start, going into the science behind it and do some nutrition course, because I'm
Yeah,
anyway
absolutely.
quite into it, like deep dived into it. Yeah.
So let's get back to your channel a little bit. Is there a video that you're most proud of?
Yes. So my introduction video, I did not know that, like, my shorts have gotten popular. I think I did not foresee it, that my the food I eat, what I eat in a day shorts will get me the attention and get me the uh, uh, what do you call, engagement. But
Mm-hmm.
they worked really well in my favor, that people were like, oh, you're having such healthy food. And also, like, I think Tuan was on live one day, and I told her that, have you tried pistachios? They are also rich in protein, and pistachio butter is something that I have added, the unsweetened one. And these people are so open to recommendations, and also, like, I am learning so much,
Mm-hmm.
and I am so glad that I can tell the OGs that, okay, this is also something new, and I'm bringing something new to the table, because this geography is not tapped into, because we have the Medicaid, like we got it this year, and GLP-1 community is not very actively, vocal here in India. So I think I'm one of the very few people who are actually talking to you all across the border. And I love the fact that I come from a different background altogether, and we have so many
Mm-hmm.
conversations. I'm learning so much in not just about the weight loss, but the wellness space. Like, I did not know what sleep apnea is. Joe told me about all of this. So
Mm-hmm.
this is very this learning curve is so amazing, and like, more and more I'm into it, I'm absolutely loving it, and the results are like the cherry on top. Like, the weight loss is cherry on top. That is the last thing I'm worried about now.
Now I kind of wrap these interviews up with asking asking you, like, what would your best advice be to somebody thinking about going on the medication, or like literally just started it?
Yeah. So I would say, like, I always tell people who ask me also this question, that we are thinking of starting this medication. uh, if you are not able to lose the weight, you are you've tried all the diets, even if there are like 10 kgs that you need to lose, but you have some conditions, like maybe diabetes or PCOS or thyroid or any other underlying conditions that is, maybe hampering your weight loss, I feel like I wish the best of health for everyone. Like I want everybody to get healthy and the best version of themselves. You can love food and also be healthy at the same time. There is that option also, which I also learned this year that you can be healthy and love food. I'm still a foodie. Like if you
Mhm.
go to my channel, I put out these shorts because I like interesting food. I still don't want to eat boring food. That is my personal choice. Like I can't handle boring and sad looking food. I like to experiment with my recipes. So anybody who wants to get well, that's the first step. I feel congratulations, you are
Mhm.
already there. Like you are, if you've decided to get better, that is the first step. Then talk to a good healthcare provider, like a doctor who actually understands what your conditions are. Get your labs done, do your research, and then if you meet the criteria, please go ahead. And if you feel that you don't meet the criteria, you're almost there and you are halfway there, please just redo your research. And I'm very pro. I thank Eli Lilly every day. I thank them so much that they brought this medication and to many more such advancements. Like if science is doing something, if tech is doing something good, this is the best outcome of it all. Like we are having advancements in cancer medication also. That is such a good thing. So I would really be happy if all of us can be in the best of our health. There is so much more to life that we can enjoy and step out the house and enjoy our life. We have one life, so everybody should enjoy their life. And be it, and you can be at any age. Age is not the barrier. I'm seeing so many people in their 60s and 70s losing the weight with this medication. So
Mhm.
this is generally helping. It is a tool that can help you lose the weight. Yes. And I am so happy that we got it last. Like I always tell people that because India had it almost, like we were the last ones to get this medication. You have so many people talking about it online. Go to their channels, listen to their account of things, and then decide for yourself. Like I think people, when they're adults, it's you can take a decision on your own. It's your body, your choice. You can do whatever you want. Like I'm doing
Mhm.
whatever I want, right? I'm doing what works best for me. I would want that for other people as well. Like best of health for everyone. Everybody should be fit, and they, so that they can enjoy their life. Like I don't want people to hold back because of their health. That is what I want for people, to enjoy the life they have, that the one life that we have.
Well, this has been such a pleasure, and it was so great to finally meet you. I
Yes,
hope we could do other collaborations in the future. This has just been so much fun and educational for me. I hope you know as
I
my
absolutely
audience
loved
gets
it,
stuff out
Lori.
it. I'm sorry.
I absolutely loved it, Laurie. Like, thank you so much for
Thank
this
you.
opportunity. This is one of those non-scale victories for me, doing this interview with you. You're the first one. Like, I keep telling Joe that she was the first one who interacted with me in the GLP-1 space, but this is my first interview, and this is the first time I actually sharing. There are so many things that are not even shared on my channel. Like,
Awesome.
I reached my 50-pound goal in 5 months, and I have shared it with you first. So it's very, like, it's a pleasure, and also I feel blessed that I met you and you took my interview, and I'm really, like, I loved every bit of it. And thank you for spending so much time with us. Like, you conduct these interviews every week, and I'm seeing so many of them, and you edit them. It takes a lot of work because I
Thank
am
you.
working in the same space. So I know digital marketing and all of these things take so much work. Editing takes a lot of work. So thank you so much for your time, Laurie. Like, you are doing amazing. Like,
It's
I
my
I
pleasure.
absolutely adore you. Yeah.
Okay, with that, this is a wrap.